Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. Big update. I know everybody has been waiting for this for a long time now. And so have I. So it's here. I got it first, surprisingly, because I am on an Android phone. And with the last update, the new Great Night Stadium, that update, it came out to Apple iOS phones first. So luckily, I got the update. We're going to show you what's good, what's not about the new coaches. If you're new here, get subscribed. We cover all the patches. We do crazy challenges, and we just have good gameplay. So get subscribed, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button. Let's go. So hopefully this update comes out to everybody. I made a patch preview in my video yesterday going over what's in this patch. There's also a new all-star game and some minor fixes, but this video is going to only focus on the coaching. We are going to do an in-depth first look at all of these new coaches, who's good, who's not, what you should get. So strap in, get some popcorn, and prepare for the video. First things first, with the coaches, you get these through these new coach tickets. And the way you get coach tickets, the only way, well, the easiest way, is to just play games. After a game, like you get any other reward, like you get stamina drinks, XP drinks, stars, coins, recruit tickets, gems. After every single game you play, you randomly get some rewards. This coach ticket, you can be obtained as a game reward. So if you ask me, how do you get a coach ticket? Way number one is to do that. Play the game, get the reward. It's that easy, randomly. So you're gonna have to play games. That's why I always recommend you, if your team is good enough to sim games, use the energy. They also renamed that energy. Use that as much as you can to get the rewards, because even if you don't do manual play, you can still earn these coach tickets. Another way is you can exchange them. So if you have leftover recruit tickets, you can exchange one recruit ticket for 2 coach tickets. That's how I was able to get them. I had a bunch of leftover ones. So far, you can also get them through the missions. There's a couple new achievements that give you some coach tickets. If you recruit the first 10, 15, 20, you can get some of there, but no daily missions have coach tickets. I would like to see them added. If you're watching Play Soft, I would like to see them add a couple daily missions to get a coach ticket to help you guys out. But that's how you get them, and how you check is you go to this tab and it will show you how many coach tickets you have. Now, the second thing now, we are going to go over and look at each and every one of these guys to tell you what's good and what's not. But before I start, I think my general thoughts now is I don't know how hard or how easy it is to get coach tickets, but don't worry about it, okay? If you are just starting out, you don't have a fully recruited team. See, look at my team, it's all recruited, it's all diamond already. If you're still in like rookie league, you just started playing, you still need recruit tickets to level them up, focus on that first. This, I believe, comes after everything else. If you happen to get recruit tickets, coach tickets along the way, use them. But don't panic if you don't have all the coaches, but we're gonna have a rundown of every single coach. So there are 5 types of coaches: bench coach, affecting the overall team; fielding coach, fielding; hitting coach, batters; pitching coach, pitching; athletic trainer, your step. So with this, there are, looks like 5 types of bench coaches, and the best one obviously is going to cost more. So this one I have here, I think it costs like 15 or 17 coach tickets. I think it's the best one if you can afford it. Best player in best condition, everybody gets +1. So with this, you're going to want to use those condition drinks to keep them in the best condition. What that means is, if you go over here to condition, they have to be that green. They have to be green. If they're not in the best condition, we're saying yellow, orange, red, they're not going to get the bonus. So you want to be sure that every single one of your players are topped up, or else it's not going to have an impact. They're not going to get this bonus. So if you don't have enough, I mean, you can save up for a good one, but stuff like this, all players after a loss. So I am currently on the road to perfect season. So if I get this, it will literally never come into use. I wouldn't recommend getting that, because your goal is to win every game or win most games. So it's not too important. Coins, it could be good if you're grinding coins, but once again, doesn't offer any gameplay boosts. When fielding at secondary position, absolutely useless. There is a multi-position feature where your players can have more than one positions. You can't do pitchers to like batters, but we're saying like if your first baseman wants to be like an outfielder as well, they get bonus attributes. Useless, don't even think about it. Secondary positions, yeah, don't do that one. The only things I would consider getting is W. Terrell first, number 1, and then maybe Nil and Carlos, depending on if you actually need it. But I would save up for this one and use those conditioning drinks to keep them in the best position. You can get a 50-pack of conditioning drinks in the store for only 150 gems, so pretty cheap. Moving on now to outfielder coach. I have, once again, one of the best guys I would recommend. There's 4 of them. I have Liam. But we're going to start with D'Souza. Outfielders playing in the game following a loss +3 fielding. Once again, conditional. This only happens if the game after you lose. For me, personally, perfect season. I'm not going to lose this game, hopefully. Fingers crossed. So this is never going to help me out. The second one, infielders playing in the game following a loss +2 agility. Not going to help you out. I wouldn't recommend these conditional ones, okay? This one I got when fielding all players throwing +2. I do this because for my players, I like focusing on offensive stats. So power, contact, speed, batter's eye, all that good stuff. I don't really upgrade my fielding, so just an extra fielding boost for my players. When fielding all players +2 speed, I think a lot of people would already have speed probably upgraded as well, so I really like the fielding one, the throwing one +2 to help them out there. Hitting coach now. There are a ton of hitting coaches, but you'll see most of them are absolutely useless. This one is a pretty cheap option. Batters 1, 2, contact +3, so your first 2 batters get more contact. This one is 3, 4, get power +3. I would recommend the power ones over the contact ones. And the 2 expensive ones here, Jonathan and Casas. Jonathan is 1 through 4, contact +5. Casas is 1 through 4, power +5. That's actually huge. +5 power to half your lineup. Yeah, I'll take that. I will take that. This may just be the best coach in the game. Kane, batters. So the second half of your lineup, batter's eye +1. When running home, speed +2. Not very useful. I guess if you're really trying to like steal home or something, but if you want to do that, just upgrade your player's specific speed skill +2 for that specific player you're trying to, do like inside the park home run or stuff like that for. Not very useful. And the last 3 are specific to the tier. So if you don't have any bronze players, this guy literally useless. If you don't have any silver, literally useless. If you don't have any gold, literally useless. So all my batters are diamond. So these ones actually useless for me. I will say, with one exception, this guy, Arnold. Low-key, I think the most underrated coach. Because you look at this, you're like, oh, bronze tier players. But if you're just starting out, and this is bronze players, not recruit. So you start off with a default player, you use the recruit ticket to make them into bronze. They don't actually start out bronze. But if you have mostly bronze players and you're just starting out, I think this one can actually be useful because batter's eye is such an underrated and underappreciated trait. Especially if your guys are still bronze. I'm assuming their batter's eye aren't very good. And batter's eye is the attribute that helps you know where that pitch is coming in so you know where to swing. Especially if you're in higher leagues and you don't have good batter's eye, the pitch could come in, maybe that circle, it shows you it's coming right down the center. But when it actually comes in, maybe it's way off. Maybe it's way inside, way outside. So I really think batter's eye will be helpful on new players. If you're just starting out, you don't have enough coach tickets, right, to get this, maybe you want to focus on that. And then this one, if your team is mostly gold, this might be helpful as well. But I really think the bronze one will help out new players the most because once you level up, your team's going to be kind of scattered, right? You might have some bronze, you might have some silver, some gold, some platinum, some diamond. But when you're just starting out, most of your players are going to be bronze. So this could get the most value. But let me know down below what you think, what your thoughts are on these coaches. Next up, the pitching coach. So we have a bunch here as well. Once again, most of them useless. I'm running with Albert, but let's start here on the left with Jamal. Starting pitcher, stamina reduction 15%. So what I think that means is Your pitcher now has stamina, right? So it's like you see that health bar when they're in the game, how fast they get tired. And once they get tired, you can see their control is really bad and they throw bad pitches. But here, stamina reduction, I think, is the rate of reduction. So let's say your pitcher has 100 stamina. Every pitch they throw is minus 1% stamina. So we throw 10 pitches, we're at 90 stamina. We throw 100 pitches, we're pretty much dead. But here, stamina reduction 15%, I think it's like, if it's minus 1% stamina per pitch, you have this, it's actually going to be minus 0.85 stamina per pitch, percent stamina. So your pitcher pretty much can just throw more pitches without getting tired. In effect, this just raises your stamina or your health and makes them last longer. Could be worthwhile if you don't already have the necklaces to upgrade your pitcher's stamina. Could be. This one, until the 6th inning, your starting pitcher fastball +3. It's okay, but it only applies to fastballs +3, so it's not bad, but I think this one's the best. Starting pitcher breaking balls +5. You can have a whole range of breaking balls and they all get +5. I think that's pretty good. And this one's also the most expensive. This next one, bullpen pitcher stamina reduction 30%. I don't think it's as valuable as the starting, because starting pitcher is probably going to pitch the most innings most of the time. So a lot of these bullpen ones, it gives you, some more actually, but it just makes it so that your relievers can stay in the game longer. If you don't have many relievers and you have great starters and you find that your relievers are constantly getting tired or they're blowing leads, this might be worthwhile. This one, bullpen pitcher breaking ball +5. Once again, I'd rather have this on my starter. During the inning of a pitcher substitution, the new pitcher, all attributes +1. This one sounds pretty good, but if you're doing really well, you might only sub pitchers maybe once, twice a game, and your new reliever gets that bonus for like a couple innings, so not as effective. This guy, after substituting a catcher during a game, all bullpen pitchers +1. I've literally never substituted a catcher in my life, so I'm not sure this would ever be helpful. And this guy, when the game ends, all pitchers +30% experience. Once again, might be actually underrated. If you're really trying to level up your pitchers, this could be a cheap option. 8 coach tickets only, compared to some of these other ones, might be up to 15. Last but not least, the athletic trainer. So this affects kind of like the health of your players. Be loud, condition, decrease reduction by 30%. This could be good actually in combination with the first bench coach, players in best conditions, all attributes. So this just slows down the degradation of your players from like best condition to great to good to fair to poor. So that's like the green, light green, yellow, dark yellow, orange, red. This could actually be a good combo with the other one to keep your players healthier shape for longer. And obviously using a condition drink automatically makes their condition the best condition. This guy, if injured at the end of the game, instant recovery, not very useful. If you just use one condition drink, they're automatically healed. So I've never had an issue with my team being injured, except for the one time I played a whole season without using a single condition drink. That was pretty funny. If you want to check that video out, but I literally didn't use it. Like a ton of my players got injured. So if you're going for the Iron Man approach, pretty useful, but for most people, not useful at all. This last one's the one I'm using. After 8 innings, all players attributes +1. So the 8th and the 9th, you get a nice little bonus at the end of the game. Pretty good, pretty effective. So I would say this one's the best. X Miles and maybe Be Loud, the second one. If you want to team him up with the other one, keep your players in best condition for longer. I think decreased reduction by 30% is actually pretty substantial. So those are just my initial thoughts on these guys. Do note that they will expire after 99 games. So I'm going to move on. Oh, before that, you also get some bonuses. When 3 coaches are recruited, you get +1 attribute to all your players. When 5 coaches are recruited, all players +2 attributes. So that's pretty nice to see. But that's my rundown, detailed rundown of every single coach. Let me know your thoughts. What coaches you think are good? What coaches not great? Like I said, some of them are absolute garbage. Don't even think about it. It's not worth it. especially the conditional ones where it says after a loss. We're winners here. We're all winners here. So don't do it. Now I'm going to move on to some of my thoughts on this and some of the other just general thoughts. So coaches, I think it's a cool idea. I talked about this a little bit in the beginning of the game. If you are still working on upgrading your team, you just started out, your team doesn't look like this. Your team looks like these guys, right? These guys, recruits, and these bronze guys right here. Don't really sweat about it, okay? You get the coach tickets as you play the game. As you get them, maybe recruit some coaches. That's good. But what I really think is like this doesn't actually change the game by all that much. It gives your players a couple nice bonuses here and there, but it's just like a glorified skill token. If you don't know, skills have been in this game for a long time, and it does similar what coaches do, but for each specific player. So the coach, it affects groups of players all at once. For example, your entire team, all your pitchers, all your batters. These skill tokens are specific to each player, and they're kind of the same. We see here, these ones just straight up give you stats. These ones are conditional. When you're losing, you get that stuff. When you're in a scoring position, when you're losing, +4 power, that's actually pretty good. If recording a hit, you get all that stuff. But it's kind of like that, but just more generalized. So I actually don't think it's like the craziest update that we've ever seen. It's not something that's revolutionary. It's a small update, and I like it. I'm not criticizing it. I like updates. I do really appreciate that they take the time to update and to improve this game. So that's really, really nice of them. And also in this update, there is an all-star game. I haven't gotten to that yet. So once we do, we will make a video about it. I'm going for the perfect season, and I actually just passed the halfway mark of this season, so I'm going to miss it. I don't really want to reset the league now. We're 116-0, so we're still perfect in this game. But those are just my quick thoughts about the coaches. Guys, if you're still watching till now, props to you. Comment down below. I'm going to give you a secret. Let you in on a secret that I haven't revealed yet. I'm going to do a video on this later this week, but I know not everyone stays until the end, so this little tidbit is actually really good. Really good reward for you guys who are staying until the very end of this video. So there is actually a third way to get coach tickets. So we see here, right? We got this coach, and you can actually use gems to buy things if you don't have enough. So I'll show you on the screen. I didn't have enough coach tokens. The game will actually ask you, it doesn't actually say this anywhere in the game, but it will ask you, do you wish to buy the remaining coach tokens with gems? And this is such a better way than buying them. Technically, you could buy coach tickets in the shop by buying a recruit ticket set and exchanging them for coach tickets. But as you can see here, 10 recruit tickets cost 1,200 gems. You get 20 coach tickets for 1,200 gems. It's not really worth it. You can get them for a lot cheaper this way. And this also applies to other things, guys. This is a secret I'll let you in on a couple days before I release the video. It applies to uniforms. You can actually buy uniforms with gems. You see here, I have 174 uniform tokens. To get these business suits, you need 190, but I click on it, I don't have enough. It will ask me, do I want to buy 16 uniform badges for 64 gems? You can actually buy them if you don't have enough. So that's actually really, really cool. Somebody told me on stream, so shout out to Baseball19 for mentioning that on the stream, but a nice little exclusive for you guys watching till the end of this video. I will do a separate video about that later this week, but a nice little sneak peek preview for you guys staying until the end of this video. So thank you guys for that. But that's all my first impressions. Moving forward, I think this is a great update. I think ways they can improve this, because we're always thinking about improvement, is add in daily missions that you can get coach tickets from. And also we have to see how easy it is to actually get these from normal games. If it's going to be as hard as recruit tickets, they got to make it easier, because this should be underneath recruit tickets underneath skill badges, underneath upgrading your players in order of priority. But great little upgrade, and while I got +2 to my entire team, which is pretty good. They're feeling pretty nice. They're actually pretty juiced and excited. So that's all I have for today. I know a very, very long video, but a lot to go over. Good times. Hey, before I leave off, just wanted to say a huge thank you for you guys. We just got to 4,000 subscribers. We're continuing with the live stream, Chicken Nugget Challenge Part 2. So get subscribed, turn on the notifications to get notified when I go live. But thanks for watching, guys. Peace.